Hey guys, this is a Brendon D from chat doing my first ever recap, so let's jump right on in, shall we? Looking at SYK, a trade from last Wednesday, and this stock was on a morning watch list. It was on also a gappers list, and I'm really a type of trader that looks at the daily chart. You know, you have to I really like clean dailies, whether it's, gap down, gap up, historic levels that kind of have some type of view to where the price may go. And this stock, being a higher price stock, did have the potential to move a few points. Looking at historically the past few days, especially with this gap down, looked like it can move up and down quite a bit today, and didn't look that risky because a few points out of 170 some dollars isn't, it's not going to blow up your account unless you take a 100K position. Let's not do that again. So yeah, I mean it's a good stock for taking like 30,000 buying power, and I'd probably get a couple $100 out of that if it moves maybe 30-40 cents. Don't quote me on my math here, but I'm just trying to figure this out. So I saw a daily level around 169.94, and thought that might be a modest target from where the stock was in the pre-market. Also, I noticed that level's near 200 on the 1 minute and the 200 SMA on the 5 minute almost exactly. So I said, that looks even tastier there. So I marked as my initial just where I would get out. And so, I mean, it's a pretty decent move. I mean, it's a fair chunk if you look at the daily, that 35-40 cent move. That's where you should start to close out your position, scale out. However, I'm trying to build up my account, so I really don't have the luxury to scale out 100 times like Rob H. and Andrew do. But yeah, it's definitely the first level of scale. I would probably be around there. So just a clean 5-minute opening range breakdown. I jumped on in right at the break of the opening range at the wick, and I saw that it's pulling down below VWAP. It seemed to be way below the pre-market, so that's not, doesn't make me super comfortable trading it below the pre-market from, I'm trying to remember what it was, I only show part of the pre-market on this chart here, but yeah, so I just set my target at the 200 and saw the level, and I got out all the way there, and as you see, it punctured that a little bit and then squeezed up the VWAP, so it was a little bit volatile there, and then it just dripped out. Let's fire up the song here. Yeah, so yeah, Ric Flair dripped all the way down. I did trade it again a second time around, one second here, around 11:30. I jumped on it. It looked great. It looked for a quick scalp. It pulled away dramatically on the 90 May 1 minute and said, okay, let's just make an extra couple pennies here and just make a new high after the doji. I just jumped right in there real quick. Didn't have a whole time to run analysis on this, and said let's shoot for that 9 EMA, and it did pull back, so that trade did work out. However, my stop and risk wasn't the best. I mean, I didn't really think of the stop right there. I probably would have got out if it made a new 5-minute low, and but it looked like it was being bought up so strong, the pullback, that I just jumped right in, and it's probably like a 2-to-1 risk or 1-to-1 risk reward, so not the best, but that did goes to show that something I said to parabolically pull away does spring back sometimes, and it worked out. So both those trades were pretty decent. You have to take a large share size because the range wasn't huge, so probably, like I said, 30K buying power would probably be the sweet spot to make a couple $100 off this. But so yeah, that was my first trade. Hey guys, so yeah, second trade of the day. I want to keep this under 5 minutes to obey the rules here, and we'll look at T. This was also a trade on Wednesday the 13th that was on our gappers list and our watch list. Now this stock was interesting because the moving averages, all of them changed when the market opened, and I asked why this occurs. I mean, I thought that's obviously something to do to where it opens and versus where it closed pre-market to where the market opens. So it's something to do with just I just haven't seen it that much with when Andrew draws the SR lines. So just something to be aware of. You have to change it on the fly if this happens on your chart. So anyway, yeah, so that kind of threw off a couple of things. However, they were still interesting during the pre-market. The moving averages on the daily and how it was trading in the pre-market do line up. So that was still helpful because it showed, even if I drew a moving average with a 9 EMA and it changed when it opened on the daily, that is still where it was traded in the pre-market. So it's still useful, but you still want to maybe update that, but just before you trade after the market opens, just in case it moves. So we look at this guy here, and started with an opening doji, kind of tested low pre-market. I think from this chart, I can't scroll back because it's a screenshot, but anyway, so doji, and then a huge just engulfing bearish candlestick all the way down, piercing those levels. The next candle did make a new low, very bullish, punctured VWAP, closed above VWAP, and I thought, okay, maybe it's going to make another run to the 33.13 level, which was the kind of high area of the pre-market, and where the daily, the 9 daily that I drew before it opened and kinked down on the daily chart. So I said, okay, maybe it'll jump up there real quick. I mean, my stop would have been below VWAP, or at least it closed below VWAP. It's not the cleanest trade. I'm not really that proud of it. Just thought that, after such an engulfing candle like that, it might continue for a few minutes to run up to those, the 50 EMA in the 5 minute, or the 200 on the 1 minute, or just move a little bit up there. It's kind of getting near the consolidation point on the pre-market, and it did. But I just, it wasn't an easy stock to trade, and it wasn't just that clean. I just really like that engulfing candle. I thought it would have follow through to that 33.13 level, and that's where I just got out. I didn't like the small body candles on the 1 minute on the way up there. However, I still took the trade, and it did work out. Risk reward was, it was good. Stop would have been, just a new 5 minute close below the VWAP, and then that would have been like a 3-to-1 risk reward. But anyway, so these are 2 trades from today, guys. I'll let you be, and talk to you later.